So, super. So, anything else that you would like to leave with agency folks who may not have a lot of experience with research, but want to get it to help with their work for clients? Do you have any sort of, final tips for them as they think about research or talk internally or with their clients about research?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I'm drinking wine.
So I have two. One is you have no idea what you don't know. Mm-hmm. And that's a very hard thing to admit. Like, we all think we know. Like, I thought I knew I was doing the best thing for my kids, but I didn't really have any evidence for it.
And as agencies, they've hired us as experts.
Right.
It's kind of hard to admit, we don't have all the answers.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So you don't know what you don't know. And the second thing is about survey development. So if you...
Sorry, I'm drinking wine.
If you ask someone once, which do you like more, bacon or eggs? And then they say bacon. And then you ask it in a different way, which would you be more likely to order at a restaurant, bacon or eggs? You get a different perspective. So surveys, from a psychometric, measurement perspective, you should have, 6 or so, depending on your sample size, questions about a content.
Yeah.
So it may
from
seem
different
to you
angles.
like we're asking, well, they already said they preferred bacon. But the first answer is not the answer, right? You need a preponderance of evidence in order to differentiate between those
bacon
groups.
Keeps showing up in different types of questions.
I'm a bacon, bacon, unless it's that soft, gooey bacon.
No,
I don't like that.
Bacon.
But so I think that's important to think about as you head into this research with your clients, is to be prepared to understand that, one question is not the whole picture.
Yeah.
And in the research that we do, it's much more nuanced, and we want to really differentiate between the people who just love bacon and the people who
only like restaurant bacon.
Right, or aren't going to order bacon
or will never make bacon at home because they can't stand the mess.
Right,
or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
whatever that thing is. And that is the why. Right? The bacon thing is pretty easy. Who doesn't like bacon?
Yeah.
But it's getting at those more nuanced pictures so that you can build a better relationship with people and have your client be successful.
Yeah, exactly right. I love those. Thank you. I will add one thing on the survey design. I had a client and we were doing a rating scale of how well this particular provider had done that was being asked to their customers.
Oh, yes. This is a great one.
And it was excellent, very good, okay, not very good,
This
terrible.
Is the research example of, do these pants make me look fat?
Right. Terrible. And the client came back and was like, we need to remove terrible. Right? And I understand that impetus.
You don't want anyone to say yes, those
you don't want to go to your boss with these results and say 20% of people said we were terrible.
Right.
I understand that. But again, my job is not to validate what you think.
No.
My job is to give these people every opportunity to tell you if you're wrong.
Yes.
And taking terrible off the list is the wrong thing. You need to be balanced in these things.
Because that's where the low-hanging fruit is, right?
Who thinks you're terrible?
People who already love you, they already love you.
Right.
You don't need to know that.
Right. It's like the warranty database email list problem.
Yes.
There's a bias built in. And people, listen, bias is everywhere. We have it as researchers. Human beings have bias. That's the way our brain works. That's how we make sense of the world. So bias isn't something that you should
stuff away
or be afraid to talk about.
Right.
It is absolutely, and what we try to do as researchers is limit the bias and not get what's called confirmation bias, which all we're doing is asking questions worded like, aren't we great? That's the wrong way to answer, to ask that question.
Yes.
So, okay, good.
Thank you for having me.
So lovely to have you.
It's nice to be able to do a Fun with Research from here in Arkansas.
It's super fun. So now you guys know, if you think I'm smart, this is the reason why, because I have this amazing person behind the curtain.
That's
really helping with everything we do. So if you have done a project with us, you can thank Sarah for that brilliant segmentation approach and the analysis that comes
And
with
good
it.
for you
And
for
good
doing that kind
also-
of project.
And also,
like, fantastic.
thank you for feeding my family. We're
Thank
grateful. Okay, we'll talk to you guys next week on Fun with Research. Great to see you.
See y'all.
Bye-bye.